Hey guys, welcome back to the Blade Bloodhound. Tonight we're going to talk about a Cutco hunting knife that I picked up. I've had this one a while. I got it at the flea market, I am sure. I'm telling you, I used to go to the flea market every weekend, and then lately I've been, well, for years I kind of slacked off, and anyway, I got back into watching a lot of knife channels and stuff, and I don't know, it kind of sparked my interest again. So I have been going back lately. This one was from years ago, though. I remember buying this one, picking it up. I thought it was unique because the sheath had this aluminum on it, but we'll look at it. I'll tell you what I like about it. When I ran into it, anytime I saw a Cutco for a deal, I bought it. Cutcos are great knives. I bought some kitchen knives, a set actually, at the flea market once. That's another story, but anyway, I found this hunting knife, and if I see one that says Cutco, I know it's great quality. It has a unique blade shape, and I'll show you that. That's part of the thing I don't like about it. It's got some serrations, but anyway, let's go take a look at it, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so I am not a hunter, so I'm just, not that I'm against hunting. I don't care if you hunt. I don't care who hunts. I will eat anything that you give me. If you say, hey, here's some deer meat, I'll eat it. I don't care. I am not against it, but I just never was around it. I mean, my dad was not a hunter. I did go with my grandfather a few times, but anyway, I'm just not a hunter. So that being said, I will tell y'all something about this knife that hunters have told me. So I don't have experience with it, but we'll just talk about it and go from there. So this has a cool leather sheath. And what I thought was unique about this one is it has this aluminum guard that goes from here all the way to about here. I have never seen I mean, I've got some Cutco hunting knives that I've picked up here and there, but I've never seen one with that aluminum on it. So when I saw that, I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that makes it older, newer. I'm sure that, you know, some people do. You could probably look it up and tell. But the thing about a Cutco knife is they always have these unique handles. If you ever see a knife that has like all these kind of twirled up looking handle, more than likely it is a Cutco. It's got a great leather sheath. The leather is super thick. So I was actually at the flea market, actually in a section I usually don't go, and when I say that, it's just, not that it's a bad section, it's just a section that, you know, when you go enough, you know what is where, and you're like, there's never anyone down there. I'm not going down that, you know, that's a waste of my time. Let's just stay on the outside. Let's go down this aisle, but let's don't go down that aisle. Well, anyway, for some reason, I went down the aisle that I usually never go down, saw a little case, a display case there, and saw this knife laying in there. The person, I mean, they knew it was a decent knife, but you know, I asked him how much is that knife there. I picked it up. I verified that it was a Cutco knife. And I believe, I'm not positive, but I want to say it was $25. And, you know, a lot of people might go, wow, 25 bucks for a hunting knife that I've never heard of. Well, let me tell you, a Cutco is a good knife. Look them up. You'll be surprised at what they go for. So looking at this handle, the first thing I noticed was it had a patent number on it. I think this is an older Cutco, but I'm not positive. But it has the patent number. And I don't know if we're going to be good enough to see it or not. It looks like 2390544. Wow. I've never noticed that. I need to get out some of my other Cutco hunters and see if they have that. It's kind of unique, I think, but I could be wrong. You know, I've been wrong once, I think. So I'm just playing. I've been wrong a bunch, but Just thought I'd say that. Let's see here. Let's pull this bad boy out. Now, this is what I do not like about this knife. It's a great knife. It is a model. Let's see. Good gosh, it's shiny. Let's see if we can see that. It is a 10-1069 Cutco. This here is aluminum, I believe. And this pommel here is aluminum also, which I noticed has a, I don't know if that's a brass pin or if that's just part of it. Anyway, I think that's aluminum. But I'm gonna zoom back out here so you can see it. It's got the old blood groove there, but what I do not like is it is all serrated. I don't know if you've ever sharpened a serrated knife. If you're like me, you haven't, because it's a pain and it's not really, it's okay if you have just a few serrations. Listen to me, I'm not even talking right. A few serrations, but one that has this many, no way I would try to sharpen that. But luckily, Cutco does have a warranty where they will sharpen your knife for a lifetime. But I have never sent one back to them. I mean, this one is like a razor. You run that down somebody's arm or any kind of meat or anything, and it's going to chew it up and slice it thin. That being said, this is where we go back to the old hunting scenario. I have talked to a few friends that are hunters that have Cutco knives, and they say, we love serrations. A serrated knife like that is easy work when you're cutting meat. I mean, they are sharp, guys. I don't know how old this knife is, but it's definitely razor sharp, I know that. It's not one I would be sticking my finger down, but it's a good size knife. It's a hunting knife. It's pretty good. It's a beefy knife. Luckily, it fits all in the camera here. Wiping my little greasy fingerprints off. But it's a cool knife. I like it. It's got a brown handle. It's got a little bit of swirl to it. You can see that kind of like a, I don't want to say a fake, well, it's kind of like a fake wood grain. See how it has a little swirl in there, all the different colors. I wonder if these are Bakelite. I don't know. That might be something else to look up. I really need to start researching these things before I show them to y'all. But I just like it because it had a couple of my favorite words in it. It's a Cutco for one. It's a knife. It's a good price, and it had a cool leather sheath. I'm telling you, that's really four things I guess I liked about it, but that's what, really struck me and made me want it. Cutcos are great. I don't know how much these guys run now, but I mean, I would assume a used one probably would go for about $130 on eBay if somebody was a seller. Maybe more than that. I've got a couple of Cutcos that I bought one once that was broken and sent it back, and they replaced it. It's a slip joint knife, and I'll show that on another video too. But a cool knife, at least I thought it was. Hopefully you did too. Let me know what you think. Do you like the serrations, or, I mean, I'm more of I like a plain edge all the way down, one that you can sharpen, when you don't have to send back to a company every time you want it to be a razor. But that being said, this one's a razor now. I mean, I've never sharpened it. I've never had to, but I've never really used it either. I bought it used, and actually, I need to look that up too. Cutco has their own little word for serrations. They call it, I don't know what they call it, but they have their own little name for their particular style. I'll zoom in here. I want to look at something. So on this side, you can tell it's the flat side. And then on this side is where the sharpness is. So it's really only sharp on one side, but when I say it's sharp, I mean it is sharp. That little tip right there does not have a serration, but that's just because they probably couldn't go all the way to the end with it. Plus it needed a piercing part of the blade. All right, guys, well, this is a Cutco Hunter. If you want to comment, please do. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you like serrations or not. If you know more about the patent number, want to drop a comment in there and tell us about that. Tell me if this is a super old one or if this is more of a, well, I know it's not brand new because I bought it probably 15 years ago, I bet. I just saw it up there when I was going through some knives. I had bought a big fixed blade this weekend, and I'll show that in a video too. But I was putting it up and I noticed this one up there and said, you know what, that'd make a great video. A lot of people don't know what Cutco, is. If you want to look back at my older video, I talk about where I screwed up and let a Cutco knife get past me one day. I'm trying to remember the model. Oh, the bullwhip, that's what it was. It was a bullwhip. I'd never heard of Cutco. That was back before the old internet on your phone. I ran home, found out it was rare, went back, it was gone. But since then I've got one, and I've got a video about that knife if you want to check it out. It's the Cutco bullwhip video. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends, come back, and tomorrow we'll do another video. Go ahead and put this one back in there. I better be careful. I'll be done cut the leather here for this snap. I'm telling you, this thing is sharp. Also, let me know if you've ever seen a sheath like that. That's really unique to me. It's aluminum. I can feel it and tell that it's a well-built sheath. It's very nice, thick leather. Cutco's quality, I will give them that. You guys have a great night.